Hi guys, it's Nancy, and this is the August 2023 Glimmer of the Month with the accessory stencil and 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to show you the glimmer and the accessory. So the roll of foil this month is rose gold. You can see there. And that's one of the great things about this kit of the month is you always get a roll of Glimmer Hot foil. And this is a really nice large plate. You can see it is floral images, but I like how large it is. There's no die to cut this out, but it is a very big image. And there is a sentiment that says, hope all is well with you. Okay, so the glimmer of the month is this large plate, the sentiment, and the roll of foil. There is an add-on, which is a 4-piece layered stencil. And I have marked the corners so that I can see what order they go in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll come back to that in a moment. I'm going to bring my glimmer in. And I wanted to show you guys something that's available in case you weren't aware, is you can now buy replacement plates. Now, normally when you see me hot foil, I have these taped together, but you can buy replacement thin shim and clear plate just in case you got foil on yours like I have here, or maybe they're grungy or you've cut through them. That sometimes happen. You can buy these replacement. And no, it doesn't matter if this one's on the top or the bottom or this one's on the top. Sometimes if your machine is really tight, you may not even need this. Just this one will work. It all depends on your die cutting machine, okay? The other thing you can buy is a replacement top platform, which is this piece right here, which actually does the heating part. So this is the electrical component. This is actually the heating part. These do, in my experience, wear out, okay? We use them a lot. There's a connecting piece here, and from connecting and disconnecting, I have had a couple, unfortunately, but I do a lot of foiling that have worn out. So you can buy just this piece now, and you can buy the replacement plate. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. So I'm going to plug that in, and we're going to put our glimmer plate on there, and you always want to see the image. Now that's fairly large. I might have to go with a bigger piece of paper here. So that is A2, so you can see it is larger than A2. So let's cut a half sheet of paper. We're going to let that warm up. So this is for you guys have been asking for bigger plates, for bigger card makers. That's what that's for. So I'm just going to cut this in half at 5.5. Maybe we'll make like a 5x7 card. And this is hammer mill. I think this one's 80 pound. And then I have a piece of that rose gold foil already cut out. You can see my platform has turned green. I'm going to let that sit on there because that was not on there the whole time getting warm. All right, now I haven't used this setup with 80 pound paper, so we'll wait. I'm gonna put that sentiment aside and we'll do that in a minute. I also wanted to show you guys the 3D embossing folder. So the 3D embossing folder has that matching large floral. So if you're doing any of these club kits, by the way, new members can sign up after the 6th of the month, and then I believe the cutoff is 20 something. So you have the 6th to the 20th something to sign up. If you are already an existing club member, you can pretty much add this to your cart. They do mail to already club members first, and then they will send it out to new subscribers. But it is a floral image, and this is 3D. And since it's 3D, what we're going to do here is we're going to spritz our paper, and I believe this is called Sun Kissed from Spellbinders. Nice heavy duty cardstock, and I'm going to spray it with a little water just to show you what this looks like. And that, and then we have platform A, our embossing folder with paper, and then adapter plate D for 3D. And there you can see how beautiful that embossing folder is. Okay. Now, since our card is 5 by 7, let's do a half sheet of paper. I'm going to spritz this. So these embossing folders are very large so that you can do bigger cards. And there again, beautifully embossed. Lots of different layers on there of that embossing folder. Okay, we're going to put that aside. Let's run our glimmer through. It's been heating up. Just going to carefully bring this over. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to play with the stencil. I have a little bit of overfoiling in the center here. I just want to take that out. All right. So we're going to start with layer 1, and we're just going to line that up. Let me grab some of my craft tape. All right, and I'm going to grab some of my Spellbinders and my other blending brushes and get to blending. So let's start with some of the green. You can use any inks that you have. And I'm going to tap off over here because I know I'm going to probably cut this down. Now this stencil is not included. I don't believe it's included with the Spellbinders Glimmer of the Month. It's an accessory. They have been adding things like this so that you have the choice. If you just want the regular Club of the Month, you would just get that, which would be the hot foil plate, the sentiment, and the glimmer. And if you want to add on the stencils, you can. It's an option. Okay, I think that's all for greenery. All right, I think the rest are some florals here. So let's go in with some yellow catching rays. And then there's some unopened flowers. I'm going to do those in pink just to make those a little different. Okay, so that's stencil number 1. Number 2. And I just look through. There are registration marks in the corners, but I just look through and line everything up. And the foil will resist the ink. I do recommend some kind of a dye ink so that it doesn't cloud up your foil. If you use a pigment ink, it might leave kind of a cloudy residue on there. I'm using a little different yellow. This is Glitz. The first yellow was Catching Rays. This one's just a little darker. These are all Catherine Pooler inks, by the way. But use whatever you have. And then a little bit darker pink. This is called It's a Girl. Oh, I think that was supposed to be green. Whoopsie. Not that it's going to matter. I think that was a closed bud. Well, now it's a pink bud. Alright, and back in with the green. I'm going to go with a little bit darker green. That one was supposed to be a bud too. I mixed those two up. That's okay. We'll go in and make that one yellow bud. That's layer 2. Coming together, very pretty. Okay, layer 3 looks like it's the center of the flowers and some of the little accessory berries, whatever you want to call them. Let's do like a brown, a lighter brown. We'll use some sandcastle on those. Now, of course, you can color this with color pencils, you can color it with markers, you can color with any medium you like. You do not have to use this layering stencil. I know layering stencils are kind of all the rage right now. I am lazy. I don't particularly like to color. I need to be like in this mood to color. So that's why I like the stencil option, but it is totally up to you. If you're somebody who enjoys coloring and taking the time to do that, you may not want this layering stencil. Okay, and we are down to our last layer, which looks like it's all the stems and the last bit of leaves. And you may want a smaller detailed brush for this part. That's the easiest layer. Might want to start with that one first. Okay. There we are. That is all the coloring. Came out pretty nice. And again, this one did not come with any dies. Sometimes there are dies, but this one does not have dies. So let's see if we can cut this down to, say, 5x7 panel, or how small we can make that. And then we can cut this down to 5x7 and make a 5x7 card. So there is our background. And then we want this to be a little smaller. So let's go 6.5 by, I don't know if I can make it that small. Let's try 6.5 by 4.5. May not be able to go that small. That's not straight. Whoops, what happened there? Okay, that's now 6.5 by 4.5. This is 5 by 7. Let's just grab a heavy cardstock piece to make a 5 by 7 card. Which would be 10 by 7. And we're going to score that at 5. Okay, so now we have a 5 by 7 card. The only thing I didn't do was hot foil the sentiment. I can do that and cut it out, put it separate on the center. So let's glue this all together. You can even go through with a little bit of ink and go over these flowers, or some lunar paste would look nice on there too. Maybe I should have matte that in black. Okay. There we have our card using the August 2023 3D embossing folder of the month and glimmer of the month with the add-on layering stencils from Spellbinders. I will put the links down below if you guys are interested in getting this. I think it's great for larger cards. And again, the sentiment that comes with it says, "Hope all is well with you." So you have the 3D embossing folder, the glimmer plate, the sentiment, rose gold foil, and then the add-on is layering stencils. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys, and keep on foiling. Bye-bye.